You guys, okay, that was so good. I'm gonna introduce you to Travis. He owns a company called Ironman Ornamental. I kind of put it out there and I was like, hey, what's something you're known for? And he's like, well, people really love my vines. And I was like, oh, vines out of metal? Say no more. When I was building the concept for my display garden, I really wanted to lean into this idea of contrast. So I wanted to juxtapose the masculine and the feminine, vintage and modern, edible and ornamental. So with that kind of approach in mind, I developed the idea of bringing these static metal hard elements into the softness of the garden to bounce off all of my plants that I would be bringing in. So when I first approached Travis, it was really about these oversized modern stairs that I was dreaming of, but then I found myself in need of stanchions to rope off the center of the garden, and that is when I asked Travis what he is known for. And what he developed was just this beautiful modern black post that is wrapped in vines, looking as if they are literally emerging from the ground. So when we were mapping this out, we started with a collection of cast metal forms that he would be welding together, and he really helped me map through a rough idea where we were headed. And from there, I just let him take charge. One of the first steps in this process, though, was actually bending this quarter round so that as he went to wrap it up the post, it wouldn't kink on him. If he hadn't have done this, it really wouldn't have given the organic shape that we were after. From there, we moved on to welding a super simple cap onto this square post that you're seeing here. Eventually, you'll see this actually get painted matte black, but the thought process here is that we would create a masculine, modern element. So he did have some options that were super cool finials, some with like this pineapple detail on top, but at the end of the day, we just took a look at it. We're like, nope, it needs to be simple, clean, classic, nothing too sculptural. So once we had the cap affixed, Travis actually used small tack welds to hold this entire structure to his welding table while he worked. And he explained to me that the type of weld that he uses is just enough to hold this structure in place, and then he can snap it free when the project is completed and ready to be moved into someone's home. On the left, you can see the stanchion that we've already started, and you can see where we have begun mapping out the vine shape, some small placement of those elements, the leaves, the buds, and of course the open flowers, because as these are going to be representative organic vines growing, you're going to have some flowers that are fully open and some that are still in that tight budded stage. Overall, I think this is where Travis's artistry really shines. You can see how much detail goes into creating something that looks pretty static and straightforward, and then at the end, how it suddenly takes on a life of its own with that gorgeous patina and the shaping and all of those delicate little movements of the leaves that make it actually look like a vine. From there, we shifted our focus towards the main staircase that would be headed up to the dining area of the display. A couple elements here. We are using some flat bar steel, and you'll notice that Travis is actually welding the inside of the frame. Sometimes when you do a weld and then you grind it down, it takes on this like shiny finish, and we really wanted to steer clear of that. We wanted this to feel rustic, lived in, as if it's been in the garden for ages and ages. So what Travis helped me kind of conceptualize and design was a structure that could be easily assembled at the convention center and then taken down in mere minutes. There's actually, what you can't see here is a very small piece of steel that helps lock the face of each stair into place. And then to support the back edge of each stair, what Travis constructed was just a really simple leg that he's attaching in each corner, and that allows this entire staircase to be independent and fully supported. So I could actually walk up and down this thing, no problem. Overall, I cannot even express how cool of a project this was. Just to see it come to life and to see Travis work in his genius was such an awesome experience for me. I think when I work with gardens, for me, it's natural. It's a natural expression for me to create with. And this was just a whole different medium that I have such appreciation for. And so here we are, the final product. It is beautiful, it's sturdy, it's that perfect hard edge that I was really desiring for this garden. And then of course you're also going to see the finished product of these stanchions, slightly patinaed, matte black post, just the perfect accent to my display garden. Thank you so much for following along, and we are going to see you in the next one. Goodbye.